God says you were not supposed to miss this today. God's message for you today. My child, you were not supposed to miss this today. Out of all the videos you could have watched, all the messages you could have ignored, all the distractions competing for your attention, somehow you stopped here. You may think it was a coincidence, you may think it was random, but I want you to listen carefully. Some moments are not accidents, some moments are appointments. And this is one of them because there is something I need you to hear right now. I know what you've been carrying. I know the burden that has been sitting quietly in your heart. I know the thoughts you don't tell anyone about. I know the questions that keep returning to your mind when you're alone. You have been searching for answers. You have been looking for direction. You have been asking whether your situation will ever change. And today, I want you to know that I have heard every prayer, not some of them, every single one. I heard the prayer you whispered when nobody else was around. I heard the prayer you prayed through tears. I heard the prayer you couldn't even put into words. Nothing has escaped my attention. Nothing. My child, one of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that because they cannot see me working, I must not be working. But that has never been true. Just because you cannot see the roots growing beneath the ground does not mean the tree is dead. Just because you cannot see the sunrise at midnight does not mean the morning is not coming. And just because you cannot see what I am doing behind the scenes does not mean I have stopped moving. I am working in places you cannot reach. I am opening doors you cannot see. I am arranging opportunities you cannot imagine. I am connecting circumstances in ways you do not yet understand. What feels delayed to you is often preparation from my perspective. What feels like waiting to you is often growth from my perspective. And what feels impossible to you is never impossible for me. Listen carefully. There is a reason you are not supposed to miss this message today. Because lately, discouragement has been trying to convince you to quit. You have been growing tired. You have been wondering if your effort is worth it. You have been questioning whether anything is changing. You have been tempted to give up on goals, dreams, and prayers that once filled you with hope. But I am telling you now, do not quit. Do not walk away. Do not abandon what I placed in your heart. The enemy wants you to quit right before the breakthrough arrives. The enemy wants you to stop believing right before the answer comes. The enemy wants you to lose hope right before things begin to change. That is why this message found you today. Because I needed to remind you that your story is not over. My child, I know there have been disappointments. I know there have been closed doors. I know there have been moments when life did not make sense. You expected one outcome and received another. You prayed for one opportunity and watched it disappear. You trusted people who let you down. You invested time into things that did not work out. And because of those experiences, part of you has become afraid to hope again. Part of you expects disappointment before anything even happens. Part of you has built walls around your heart, but I am asking you to trust me again. Not because people are perfect, not because life is predictable, but because I am faithful. I have not changed. The same God who carried you through previous battles is carrying you now. The same God who opened doors before can open them again. The same God who protected you yesterday is protecting you today. You are not alone. You never have been, my child. There is something else you need to hear. You have been comparing your journey to other people's journeys. You see their success. You see their progress. You see their blessings. And sometimes you wonder why your own life seems to be moving slower. But comparison is stealing your peace. You are looking at someone else's chapter 10 while living through chapter 3 of your own story. You are comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. And that comparison is causing unnecessary frustration. Remember this, I have a unique plan for your life. I have a unique timeline for your life. I have a unique purpose for your life. Not everyone is meant to walk the same path. Not everyone is meant to move at the same pace. Trust the journey I have placed before you. Trust the timing I have chosen for you. Trust the process, because I can see what you cannot, my child. There are blessings coming that you have not even imagined. Right now you are asking me for specific things. You have specific expectations, specific hopes, specific outcomes. But what if I told you that some of the blessings I have prepared are bigger than what you have been asking for? What if I told you that some doors need to remain closed because they would have limited your future? What if I told you that some delays are actually protecting you? You only see the present moment. I see the entire picture. You see today's disappointment. I see tomorrow's breakthrough. You see the obstacle. I see the opportunity hidden behind it. That is why you must trust me even when you do not understand. Because understanding is not always required for faith. Sometimes faith means continuing to move forward before the explanation arrives. My child, I know fear has been speaking loudly lately. Fear has been telling you that things will never improve. Fear has been telling you that you are running out of time. Fear has been telling you that you are not capable. Fear has been telling you that failure is waiting ahead, but fear is a liar. Fear focuses on problems. Faith focuses on possibilities. Fear focuses on limitations. Faith focuses on my power. Fear focuses on what could go wrong. Faith focuses on what I can make right. Stop allowing fear to write the story of your future. That story belongs to me, and I am not finished writing it. Listen carefully, because this next part is important. You have survived things you once thought would break you. Think about that. There were days when you did not know how you would keep going. There were moments when you felt overwhelmed. There were seasons when you thought you had reached your limit, and yet you are still here. You made it through, not because you were strong enough on your own, but because I carried you, I strengthened you, I guided you, I protected you. The fact that you are still standing is proof that I have been working in your life. Never forget that, my child. There is a new season approaching. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it yet, but it is coming. A season of growth, a season of clarity, a season of opportunity, a season where things that once seemed impossible begin to make sense. But before you enter that season, I need you to release something. Release the bitterness, release the regret, release the resentment, release the need to control everything. Some of the blessings I want to give you require open hands. You cannot receive something new while holding tightly to what needs to be left behind. Let it go. Trust me with it. I know what I am doing. My child, many people will miss messages like this. Not because they never see them, but because they are too distracted to listen, too busy to reflect, too focused on their worries to hear my voice. But you are here. You stayed, you listened, and that matters. Because sometimes one message can change a mindset. One mindset can change a decision. One decision can change a direction. And one direction can change an entire life. That is why you are not supposed to miss this today. Not because these are just words, but because this reminder arrived exactly when you needed it. You needed hope. You needed encouragement. You needed reassurance. You needed to remember that I am still with you, and I am. Right now, in this moment. Closer than you realize, my child. As this message comes to an end, I want you to remember 3 things. First, I have not forgotten you. Second, I am still working behind the scenes. Third, your current situation is not your final destination. There is more ahead, more growth, more purpose, more opportunity, more blessing, more joy. Do not allow temporary circumstances to convince you that your future has been decided. Your future is still being written. Your story is still unfolding. Your breakthrough is still possible. Your miracle is still possible. Your purpose is still alive, and your best chapter may be closer than you think. So keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting, keep moving forward. Because one day you will look back at this season and realize that what felt like a delay was actually preparation. What felt like a setback was actually protection. What felt like silence was actually me working behind the scenes. And when that day comes, you will understand why you were never supposed to miss this message today. I am with you, my child. I have always been with you, and I will continue to guide you every step of the way. Trust me, your story is not over. In many ways, it is only just beginning.